Well, I think we're about to go through what I would call the third wave of digital disruption. We've had two already. We've had the desktop internet experience, which happened back in 1994, seems ages ago, and of course the mobile internet, which has come along over the last couple of years. And I think we're about to go through this next wave of disruption with the Internet of Things and all these objects being connected, not to mention almost a doubling in the number of people online. And with that, I think there's all sorts of new possibilities for marketers to do things. And in some cases, I think that'll be silence. It'll be implicit. And in a world of ad blocking and annoying interruptive ads, when your product can say something and do something on your behalf implicitly, when your Nespresso machine can reorder some new capsules without you doing anything at all, I think that's really interesting. So in a bizarre kind of way, I think silence may be part of the future of marketing. Well, I think they all really come together, and I think there's been this sort of binary debate around data and creativity and can they coexist, and I actually think they work incredibly well together. When you look at the kind of data that you get from WeChat, for example, you've got millions of people that are saying things, and you can use that for insight into what content to develop. You can use it to action things. You've got a synchronicity in these platforms like WeChat and QQ where you can have a dialogue with the customer. Not to mention business transactions, and that's what I love about things like WeChat. And I had a client the other day from Belgium, and she said, who should I pay attention to? What country in the world should I take a look at? And I said two words. I said China, and I said WeChat. And that's a perfect example of I think, an application that's really gone to the next level, particularly with the commerce capability, which is just amazing. You can go through the whole day and just pay via WeChat throughout the entire, which I think is phenomenal. Well, I think it's incredibly important because you need some sort of infrastructure to put around all this to make it scalable. It's just very difficult to do this manually. So. Technology is an essential element to put in place, and we're very bad in this industry of coming up with acronyms and DMPs and DSPs, and we just I can make up a few right now if you'd like me to. But unfortunately, it is you do have to get your arms around it and put that together. And I think over the last couple of years, most of our clients have been able to put that kind of infrastructure into place. So I think it's essential, and I think programmatic is one of those areas that the projections are that it'll be about 20% of total media by 2020. So pretty much everything is becoming more automated, more algorithmic, more database, more reliant on technology, and I think that's great because to me programmatic, I always compare it to Viagra. Bear with me here. Viagra, when it was originally invented, it was for angina, for heart pain, and of course when they did the tests, they discovered there was a side effect to Viagra, which was much more lucrative. And to me, it's the same with programmatic. I think we use it at the moment for media efficiencies and targeting, but really what you're developing is this incredibly useful tool, this almost new CRM that enables you to manage relationships in a very personalized way, but at scale, with millions and millions of different people, and hopefully deliver more relevant advertising to them. Well, I mean, when you look at the size of Tencent, I mean, it's kind of overwhelming. I mean, hundreds of millions of people are on the platform, and it's just such the rich data that sits behind that is just incredibly useful in so many different ways. Whether, as you said, it's for insight, for developing creative concepts, or identifying the kind of content that you want to produce, to using it for product development or for commerce capabilities. Where are people buying things? What are they doing with it? To simply delivering better advertising. So for me, it's a killer weapon. It's incredibly important. The narrative that we've had, I think over the last 10 years or so, has always been that in China they're simply copying Twitter and they're copying Facebook, and it's just not true. I mean, when you look at what's being developed with things like WeChat, it's more sophisticated than Twitter. It's better than Facebook. It's the future. And in fact, when you look at what Twitter and Facebook are doing, they're trying to catch up with things like WeChat. So for me, I'm on WeChat. I follow it very closely because it's a glimpse into the future and where the industry is going. And what I love about it is the integration of real business. I mean, the ability to actually make a payment, to buy things. So truly going from awareness, seeing something, all the way to the transaction. And I think you'll see a lot more of that with Twitter and Facebook over the next few years.